Megan Hicks of I Run Far. I'm with Annie Hughes. It's a couple days before the 2023 Hardrock 100 Endurance Run. Good afternoon, Annie. How are you?
Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
Good. I feel like we chose our outfits well today.
Yeah, we definitely did. Was it accurate?
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say planned or not planned?
Not planned. Megan was going to change, but I thought we should keep
Just run
twinning.
with it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what color are you wearing on race day?
Blue and orange.
Okay, let me rack my closet for that one. Annie Hughes, this is I Run Far's first interview with you, though you are well known in the endurance running community. But I'd love to just hear for a moment how your like the short version of your journey to a starting line like 100 Hardrock. Like, this is a big, burly 100-miler.
Yeah, it's been a dream of mine to run this race since I first started running ultras, which wasn't that long ago, like 4 years ago. But I remember my college roommate is from Lake City, and she talked about volunteering at Hardrock, and so that was kind of where I first heard about it. And then once I started running ultras, of course, heard more about it, and I've just been working my way here ever since, just running. Like Leadville was my first 100 or like mountain 100, okay. And then I got to pace that year at Hardrock, and then last year I got to volunteer and do the trail work weekend and train out here, and then do a couple of qualifying races. So I couldn't believe I got in. Like, this is crazy.
And now is now.
Yeah.
You were a collegiate runner. Like, you sort of grew up in the running sphere, and then your mind turned towards the mountains after school. Is that right?
Yeah. So it was a year and a half into my college career. I discovered the mountains and trail running, and I just became really fascinated by it, and decided I wanted to quit the team to pursue ultras. So I didn't run in college for very long. Got into trails a year and a half in.
Okay. It's funny to hear you say that you feel like you haven't been an ultra runner for long, because you have so many great results of like really long and burly races to your name. Like, you're an interesting dichotomy, a fairly young person, but who has done a couple 200 plus milers, a number of 100 milers, including like kind of hard ones. What is it about your brain that calls you to do that type of racing?
I think it was really natural progression. When you do one ultra, you're just kind of interested to see, what it would be like to run further than that. And so I started with a 55K. And I remember, like, the 200s piqued my interest before I even ran one ultra. I just thought that was so cool and wondered what it would be like to do that, but was kind of working my way up to it. So it was kind of a goal from the beginning. But, the first couple of years I just did a 50K and then a couple of 50-milers. And then the next year I ran my first 100. And then 2020, all the races were canceled, so I did an FKT on the Collegiate Loop in Colorado, which is 160 miles. So that was kind of my first multi-day adventure. And after that I was like, that took me 61 hours. So I was like, if I can do that, I can probably do a 200. So I signed up the next year, and it's become like my favorite distance, 100s and 200s. Super fun.
Do you like sleep deprivation? Just asking.
I don't. Okay. It's super uncomfortable. But I just love like the added challenge of it. It's not easy for me by any means, but I'm just inspired by that distance and all the challenges that come with that.
Something that's so interesting about you is that you come from an altitude that's higher than this race course's starting line. You live in Leadville, which is above 10,000 feet. We're here at a little over 9,000 feet. Most people are really leveling up to get here. So kind of funny to me that you're coming to low altitude.
I'm kind of coming to low altitude, but the race, stays high for a lot of it. So,
That's true.
I don't think it'll feel like I'm coming down, but it probably will help a little bit.
You were here for a week and a half, not too long ago, recceing the course and doing some acclimation to the conditions of the San Juans. The course is changing like quite quickly. Things are melting. I think you have some like fairly entertaining stories from your recceing.
Yeah, so I went out to do soft rock, so try to do the whole course in 4 days and stay in the towns along the way. And I went out the first day, and Megan suggested that I bring an ice axe, and I was like, why? Like, it's a trail. Like, I'm not gonna need, like, I can use my poles and like micro spikes. And then I got to the first pass, and I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so glad I have this. And yeah, it was a very long slog. It took me 13 and a half hours to do the first 30 miles of the course. So hopefully it won't take me that long on race day. I'm really hoping. Because yeah, that was a really long day. So after that, I decided just to do the section from Uray to Telluride, and then back when that was all snow and yeah, full on mountaineering stuff. So yeah, it wasn't as much running as there was climbing through snow, but
Really got you ready for that running race, huh?
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was super fun though, and yeah, a good way to like end the training build for Hardrock.
For you, somebody who has experience in 200 milers like the Moab 240 and races like Leadville, which is high altitude, but a lot more like proper running, and then Run Rabbit Run, less altitude, a little bit more vert. Like, how do you situate this race in your mind? Like, how do you wrap your head around doing this one?
Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of, challenging factors with this one, just staying at such high altitude for that long and so much more climbing. So it'll definitely take longer than those other mountain 100s, just with the snow and then, more climbing and, who knows all the things that can go wrong. Yeah. But yeah, I'm prepared for it to take a bit longer than normal and, try to run what I can. But yeah, I'm just kind of looking at it as like a big mountain adventure and really excited.
What's your pacing and pacers and crewing situation looking like? Who have you brought to share the trail with you?
Yeah, so my mentor, Olga, she's been crewing and helping me with like all my races for the past couple of years. And yeah, I wouldn't be where I'm now without her. So really grateful to have her there supporting me and as crew. And then for pacers, I have Devin Yanko is taking the first section, and then Sammy Lewis, Dreama Walton, and Jackson Cole.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I have
kind of a dream crew.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm super excited and yeah, grateful. And I'm excited to have pacers. I haven't had pacers for my last few hundreds, so this will be nice to have some company.
Something different, jokes, stories.
Yeah. Usually I'm kind of quiet when I'm running, but just to have someone there will be nice.
Last question for you. You've seen a fair bit of the course, but there still are some mystery spots. What are some sort of question marks that are in your mind about, like, what am I going to find out there on race days?
Well, I guess I'm just interested to see, what the snow situation will be like, especially in the parts that I've already seen, just to see how much it's melted since then. I think that'll be interesting. And yeah, there's really not a whole ton that I haven't seen. But yeah, just this section from Animas Fork to Handies. I've done Handies, but not as part of the course. So, and then yeah, a little section after Handies down to Engineer. But other than that, I've seen everything. So yeah, just a couple little spots there.
Awesome. Well, best of luck to you on your first trip around the San Juan Mountains, and we look forward to chasing you.
Thank you so much.
Oh, hello. Nice shirt.
Thank you.
How'd you get here in this shirt?
And what is today? Tuesdays we wear pink.
Tuesdays we wear pink.